Ill-fitting.
I mean, that's a choice.
What's up, folks on YouTube and Twitch? Stu Myrick, Justin Smash Simmons, and Eddie Cross from Fight Night. We're here to do it again this week. Hope you had a good week. Hope you had a good weekend. If you are a Longhorn fan, it may have been one of the greatest weekends in the history of weekends.
Oh, my God.
By the way, breaking news. Texas just scored again. Man.
You know what made that weekend even better?
What made the weekend even better?
Saturday, my goddaughter is in the band at Texas State. She's a freshman.
Okay.
So I'd been planning on going down there for a while to catch one of her shows.
Yes.
And there just so happened to be a pretty good team coming to town.
Yes, we know. Appalachian State.
That's right.
The Aggie Beaters.
I was like, ooh, that's a good one. And I'll just get to see this team that's so good that they went into A&M and stole $1.5 million from them and just slapped them around.
Yeah.
And I go there and I watch it, and I was like, holy crap, Texas State is up at halftime. Holy crap, Texas State is up with 1 quarter to go. Holy crap, Texas State won.
Yeah. Texas State beats the world beaters.
Yeah. And, you know, and they made it a little closer than it was. They won by 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really over like 5 minutes ago. It was like 36-18. So they had them doubled up.
Right. Yeah,
You
it
know,
was
when it
no.
matters.
I mean, congratulations to the Bobcats.
Yeah,
Bobcats.
Bobcats.
Bobcats. Yeah.
Bobcats.
So they beat
I always get them and Sam Houston State mixed up.
Those are Bearcats.
Yes. So,
Not Keith Lee.
but yeah, Texas State beating up on Appalachian State.
Yeah.
Texas hanging the donut.
That's right. And then the Aggies in one of the the worst performances. I mean, Alabama did everything they could to give them that game.
Right. Well, that's the thing. Yeah. I mean, I'll give the Aggies credit. They only lost by 4.
Yeah.
So, but
They didn't give us credit for losing by 1.
Well, you know.
No Heisman winning quarterback. The gifted 4 turnovers.
Yeah.
2 missed field goals. Even with the backup quarterback, they should have scored 30 points. Alabama.
Yeah.
should.
Yeah. It was.
It was like
But
one
yeah.
of those when you play video games. If you played Madden or NCAA, they had what they call the no way in hell game, where just no matter what you do, the computer is not going to let you win.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And that was Alabama's no way in hell game, and A&M still couldn't pull it off.
You know, it's
Aggie
that's
gonna
the way it is. Yeah. So, yeah, but man, what a football weekend! The Cowboys get a win over the defending Super Bowl champion Rams.
Oh,
That
yeah.
defense, the defense,
Dude, that stadium.
that defense is so nasty.
Yeah, I wasn't really paying attention to that game.
Oh, that defense.
My
is
Bears had
nasty.
already lost.
Nasty in a
But
good
they covered
way.
the spread, though.
Yeah.
I won money off that game.
So
Oh, well, at least somebody won something from us.
yeah, so you know it was
Go
a
through.
good weekend all
What do
around.
you use?
Got a guy.
Oh, you got a guy.
You got a guy.
Got a guy.
Oh,
You got a guy.
Well, a cousin, if you want to be, specific. A cousin.
Not okay. Not
Hey, don't-
it's not Bucky's cousin.
Slow
is
down.
it?
Easy. You don't want to
So,
incriminate the family.
by the way, Friday night for the Travis and Del Valle game, got to work with Keith Moreland.
Oh, cool.
He was fantastic as always. You would expect, but yeah, he was great. Bucky was off in Dutchland, Pennsylvania, seeing the grandkids, all that good stuff.
Oh, that's right.
So we had Keith Moreland in the booth with Mark Honig.
That's a pretty.
He was
good-
great.
pretty
He was
good
fun.
fill-in.
Yeah, that was good stuff. So
Who was that?
Keith Moreland,
Mm-hmm.
Longhorn legend, played baseball for the Cubs.
I think so. Yeah.
Used to do the football broadcast with Craig.
Oh, okay.
Does baseball.
He's
broadcast.
fantastic. Yeah, he's just fantastic. He does a lot of different things now. He'll do high school football. He'll do college football. I think he might even still do a little bit of baseball, some here and there. So, but yeah, it was fun to work with him. So, we got a good show. Thanks to Fight Night, we get an extra segment.
Yeah, Jordan got a little lazy this week. Also,
I'm surprised y'all did 2 segments
well, we had a lot to preview, but nothing to recap.
instead of
really.
just one segment, and then. But you only had. I mean, you had what 20
25 minutes.
25. Yeah, you can
so,
just do in one segment and boom.
Yeah. You could cut it up however you want. I don't know how.
I mean, did you guys talk about Ben and Eubanks cancellation?
No.
See?
So we talked about Rockbond Jr. moving his fight to the Moody Center.
Oh, yeah.
But I still give that about 50-50.
But yeah.
I thought they were already selling tickets.
I haven't seen anything. There's still there was nothing on the Moody Center website as of Monday.
Yeah. So anyway, we got a pretty good show. We are going to start with a discussion about now that Bray Wyatt is back. Now what happens? So we'll talk about that.
That's a great
Plus, we got to recap Extreme Rules, and New Japan has a television championship now. Really weird looking too. We'll get into all that as the evening progresses. So let's get things going.
I'm still trying to find NJPW.
What?
On TV?
Access TV.
I don't have it.
They come on after Impact.
So the new American TV show, Strong, is on Access?
No, NJPW Strong, that's just YouTube and stuff, yeah. So.
Okay, but yeah, the World
although
TV
I think
is like
maybe
weeks behind. They need to switch that.
Actually, I think Access TV might show a few of those. I don't know. I haven't seen.
Well, I don't get it on YouTube TV anyway, so it doesn't matter.
All right, here we go.
Hey, sports guys, talking wrestling. I love you guys. And this is the real deal, man. This is from me, the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. Love you guys.
When they're not covering the sports world, they're talking about the world of professional wrestling.
It's Sports Guys Talking Wrestling.
Now, with Justin Simmons, here's Stu Myrick.
It is Sports Guys Talking Wrestling on the Horn, an extra large edition. Stu Myrick, Justin the Smash Simmons, and straight off of Fight Night, we have Eddie Cross. Gentlemen,
howdy, guys.
What's up, y'all?
It's been a long week.
By the way,
yeah, for me, yeah.
Breaking news: Longhorns just scored again.
I'm not gonna get tired of that.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Me neither. That was so glorious. Hanging the donut on those stinking Sooners.
Still a little upset about Auburn for missing that field goal. But
I know. It could have been a 50 burger, but hey, you know what? 49-0.
I'll take it any day of the week.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's just good.
That's a palate cleanser.
All right. We are going to recap Extreme Rules. Interesting Extreme Rules. But before we get to that, and we'll get to that top of the hour, I do want to hit on what happened at the very end of Extreme Rules. And this was a pure Triple H production. You know, they start doing the closeout. They show the little, copyright graphic. Mm-hmm. And then the lights go out. And then you start hearing, he's got the whole world and all this stuff. And you start seeing the characters from the Fun House. And it all eventually leads to Bray Wyatt coming back, coming through the door. He's here. And, of course, now everything I've heard, everything, the talk around the campfire, there was a little bit of crowd sweetening. But the on-site reports were, that was a pretty big pop.
Yeah.
For Bray.
Imagine just sitting there and the lights go out and you're not knowing what's going to happen. Then all of a sudden one of these freaky characters just walks up to
you look over and there's Huskus the pig and you're going, why is there a guy in a pig suit?
I mean, there was
what
some
are we in a PETA rally?
There was some spilled beer right there.
Yeah.
I'm just telling someone went,
yeah. The rabbit and all that stuff. So, all right. So my question now. Bray Wyatt has made his return. It's now official. He's supposed to be on SmackDown Friday night.
Yep.
Now what? And that's kind of where they've been building it up. And look, give WWE credit. The little teases, the QR codes, and all that good stuff. it was fun to follow along, even for me. And I'm not the biggest Bray Wyatt guy, but it was fun to follow along with it and see the little breadcrumbs they would drop and everything.
It was well done, and they didn't drag it out too long.
They did, yeah, you're right. And it was one of those things. It was kind of like what AEW did with CM Punk. There was very, very little doubt who this was going to be for.
Right.
So,
Are you saying you're not interested when they did the Veer is Coming promos? Because those definitely worked. You know Veer Mahan.
for 6 months, and now he's back in NXT. All right. So, but as I said, now what? And so I'll start with kind of the basic question: is he a babyface or is he a heel? Because if you hear the crowd reaction, there's no way on God's green earth they're going to make him a heel.
Right.
I mean, he's getting a huge pop. But how do you make Bray Wyatt a babyface?
I think you have to answer your question with the fact that there are more than two options, and the third is the tweener, and he's probably going to be a tweener.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. I could see where he
because he's going to do dastardly things, but people are going to cheer it because they enjoy the character.
Yeah,
it's like Seth Rollins got booed mercilessly at Extreme Rules, and Riddle got cheered big time when he won, but then he beats Bobby Lashley for the U.S. title, and the crowd goes wild.
Yeah, it is. That was weird,
and the crowd always sings along.
Yeah, you're right.
He's,
so I mean, and I can see where it'd be a tweener, and it'll be, and it kind of leads into okay, well then, what are we going to see him as? The cult leader, the leader of the what we saw leader of the Wyatt family? Are we going to see him as the Fiend? The dual personality? Are we going to see something else? Because you saw when he came out, he had a new mask on.
I was just about to say that.
Now, the mask, I don't know. It felt to me like the mask was just there just for that initial presentation.
I don't know.
I'd kind of doubt that.
But it may be something that he will use.
It kind of had like this V for Vendetta vibe, but with a big nose.
Yeah, you're right.
And the fact that they already used his old mask as one of the characters in the crowd, made it seem like he was kind of pushing that one to the side.
Yeah,
I tend to agree with that. And look, again, I am not the biggest. I am not a big Bray Wyatt guy. Now I got to meet him at WrestleCon in Dallas. Mm-hmm. Nice guy, He was. I was there. I was talking to Lance Archer, and he came by. He said hi, and Lance introduced him to me, and he was, a fine man. He's just fine. But I've never been the biggest fan of the character. I guess I was probably a little bit bigger fan of Wyatt family, Bray Wyatt, than I was the Fiend.
Yeah, that's probably because Vince ruined it.
Well, no, it not necessarily.
Book it correctly.
It wasn't necessarily that though, because even as the Wyatt family, Bray Wyatt, he wasn't really booked that well. But
again,
and maybe it was just, but
Vince.
For some reason, I don't know. Of the two, I found that one least objectionable. So. So it's kind of one of those things. Okay, so where does this character go now? Could we see a different character?
Oh, definitely.
And what would that character? What do you think that character would look like?
It's an evolution of both of them combined. Like you can't have one without the other. I mean, even as the Fiend, he was still
actually can't. You kind of can, but
even as the Fiend, though, he was still recruiting people. He still had Alexis Bliss. So, like, he still had a family.
No, he didn't have the family. He just had Alexa.
The characters do.
That's what I'm saying.
The buzzer.
A couple can be a family.
Well, okay, the puppet.
You're misogynist.
Yeah.
But I'm not. But
that was the film.
But Rowan wasn't there.
Right.
God rest his soul. Brody Lee wasn't there, or Luke Harper, even Braun Strowman.
Mm-hmm. Well, I heard his actual family might be joining him.
Well, and that was, the kind of the talk around the campfire is that Bo Dallas may be returning to WWE. And I have said for seemingly years, that's the most logical thing. Put them together.
Yeah.
They're real life brothers. Why not just put them together as brothers in storyline?
Yes.
Have Bo be part of, Wyatt family, Wyatt 6, whatever you want to call it, and then go forward from there. I think, I don't know, maybe a little too logical. So,
Well, I believe that's the right way.
speaking of which, you mentioned Alexa Bliss. Does Alexa Bliss rejoin him?
Yeah.
I pray to God no. The last thing we need to see is Alexa Bliss reverting back to the whole schoolgirl thing, and she needs to get, in my view. Now look, I'll be honest, I want to see the 5 Feet of Fury. I want to see the goddess, the one that won all those Raw and SmackDown women's titles. I don't want to see her talking with her doll and all the other.
Well, I don't want to see the doll either, but to me, the goddess wasn't that interesting either.
Yeah, like we're not.
I mean, I would say what she has right now. She's still got there's a little flavor of, but it's not, it still leans towards it. And I guess I'm more interested in that. But what you just said kind of makes me a little worried that they will just throw her back into.
Well, she's mentioned that she would like to work with him again if this ever had an opportunity to arise. So there's a good opportunity that's what will happen.
You know what else should worry you? The fact that so many factions now have a female in them.
Well, and that's true. I mean, well, but who else becomes part of this? And for lack of better, I'll call it the Wyatt 6 because that's what he's referenced as on Twitter. Mm-hmm. Who becomes part of the Wyatt 6? I mean, now, again, innuendo, the talk around the campfire. Vincent and Dutch, formerly of the Righteous in Ring of Honor, they were allegedly backstage at Raw.
Oh.
Now, Vinny Marseglia, that's right up his alley. That whole scene, that's textbook Vinny. Mm-hmm. Going all the way back from when he was with the New Kingdom with Matt Taven and who's the other guy? TJ something. TK something. Anyway. But yeah, that was the whole deal about
Sonya Deville's on NXT.
Interesting. But anyway, so I could see Vincent becoming part of it. I could even see Dutch become part of it. Is there somebody on the current roster? And I'll expand it to NXT, Raw, SmackDown, NXT. Is there somebody else on the roster that you could see paired up with Bray Wyatt?
Well, Schism would fit right in there.
Although they're right now with Joe Gacy.
Yeah. I mean,
does Gacy go with
Schism
him?
is all three. The Dyads.
Right. The Dyads too.
So.
Right. Yeah.
I was wondering if there was any of the other like recently released superstars that would fit in there too. Like, because there's so many people.
Right.
Back.
Well,
like,
I want to get to that, and I want to get to that here in just a bit.
Okay.
But, I'm racking my brain trying to go through the roster here.
I mean, it's a good problem because everybody pretty much has something kind of going on, except for Veer Mahan. What, you guys? Is the big body?
What, are we going to put Veer Mahan with Bray Wyatt now?
Yeah, I mean, think about it.
Well, like I said,
intimidating look.
The only kicker is Veer's in NXT.
What?
He and Sanger hanging out
again. You just said from wherever.
Yeah, that's true.
Look, yeah.
But yeah, we could see the Schism, I guess.
Apollo Crews is now kind of weird and mystic.
yeah, that's a possibility. I just had it in my mind. I'm trying to. Who was it? Xia Li, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, I think we're thinking a little too deep. I mean, I don't see him showing up with like 6 people, anyways, right?
Well, no,
For
I mean,
sure, Alexis Bliss.
it's going to be a gradual thing. We're going to see this
Could be
play out
Asuka.
over
Right.
many months. So
She's got nothing else going on.
Asuka,
She's been the same character
That's-
for a
Come
long
on, man.
time.
yeah, and everybody likes that.
And speaking
Yeah,
of,
but
It's
wait,
kind of like
wait,
why
wait.
change it when it's working?
I got it. I got the perfect comeback for this.
Uh-oh.
You're a fan of Sting.
Yes,
He hasn't been Surfer Sting his whole career, now has he?
that's it. Get out.
Right.
Thank you.
You just get out.
Thank
Turn
you.
off his-
Thank
Speaking
you.
of-
That's
give me
it.
that.
You're out.
There we
You're
go.
done.
That's right. I'm right on
Done.
this.
I mute him.
That,
You are.
that was so bad I forgot what I was gonna say.
Yeah, that's horrible.
How is that bad? It's true.
Okay.
It's
Everybody has to. Like that's what made Madonna Madonna. is
Besides
that
the fact
she
that
wasn't
Sting-
the material girl her whole career.
Besides the fact that Sting is in AEW, so there's a little bit of a
and
problem.
he he should be an AARP.
I mean, he can have both.
Listen,
He may be in AARP. I'm in AARP.
yeah.
Yeah, you get like a
I get
discount
I do.
on your gas right
we
now.
did when we went
Yeah,
to
hotels,
UFC.
yeah.
Yeah.
I got the discount hotel.
I'm not
so.
bad mouthing it. I'm saying that's
It's
That's a good deal.
All right, who do you see as Bray's first
I was
opponent?
gonna say Sonya Deville would fit in if she wasn't just
Yeah.
a thing in NXT.
Who do you see as Bray's first opponent?
That's a great question. Because
You figure he's gonna have squash matches? No, I don't think he.
I
Has
don't
a
know.
feud
I don't know if
straight
he
up.
does squash. I don't know. It
he was
won't be
brand
squash
new,
like
yeah.
what we've seen with Omos.
No,
last
not like
several
that.
weeks.
But like
It'll be somebody that we usually saw in main event, like
I think
like
it's more of a
like Cedric Alexander.
it'll be T-Bar.
Yeah, maybe T-Bar.
That's who needs to be
Dominic
on there.
Dijakovic, Yeah.
He's the one that
Actually,
needs to be
that's not
part
a
of
bad
this
idea.
family.
He probably should. Yeah.
But no, he'll come back kind of like Karrion Kross did and go straight towards the top. He's been around too long to mess around with
See, Karrion Kross would fit with them too,
lower levels.
and
Yeah,
he
he's
might
got
he might
something.
get stuck doing that because it really does seem that Scarlett is the more
I don't
popular
know.
of the two.
I don't see. I'm not sure. I think Karrion Kross is. No, he's too.
He might be Mark Mero 2.0.
No,
That's what people are saying.
people are stupid.
Yeah,
If you're saying that, you're stupid.
yeah.
What was
It's-
it?
it's
If
not-
you're saying
yeah.
that, you're stupid.
He's he's no. It's just and Karrion Kross is too much. I don't see him as a, for lack of a better term, underling to Bray. That's not. It
Yeah.
doesn't. No, that doesn't quite fit. So
So maybe they should be
But
the
the
first
f-
opponent.
but first opponent. No, it won't be. That won't. I don't think that'll be. I think it'll be somebody.
What if he also
Probably
goes after
in the
Drew
mid-
McIntyre?
Probably. I mean,
Seth
I-
Rollins put over a lot of people on
I
Raw.
could see both Drew and Karrion as kind of the, he'll build up to them. But
Yeah.
I like T-Bar as maybe his first opponent or
His first disciple.
Ricochet. What's Ricochet doing?
I could see Ricochet. Yeah, I could definitely see Ricochet. Some of those lower mid card guys.
I mean, the guys that have some good talent but haven't been utilized properly.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that
Ali,
really need to be.
so-
Oh yeah, Ali.
Oh,
I
yeah,
could
that's
see him
possible.
be part of it.
Yeah,
or
I know he's
opponent.
on Raw, but it doesn't matter.
Finally, does he need to be in the title scene?
No. He needs to have his own
totally-
agenda to somehow purify the WWE.
From what we
somewhere,
have seen, Bray Wyatt is enough of an attraction.
Mm-hmm.
He has no business being in the title scene
Right.
because it just screws that all up. We saw it the last time,
Exactly. Because then someone has to beat him at some point,
right?
and it ruins the whole mystique.
Right, and we're still trying to figure out who's going to beat Roman.
Right.
So, I would say keep him out of the title scene as long as you can. There's no need. It doesn't need it. It's going to be whatever match he has, and pray to God ain't with those stinking red lights. Whatever match he has is going to be the attraction by itself. It doesn't need a title stipulation to go with it. So.
Let me pose a question to both of y'all.
Oh boy.
Does he need to be the
Does he
one
need
that
to face
has?
Veer Mahaan?
Well, that's also possible. But does he have to be the one that has the supernatural gimmick as well? I'm saying yes.
Who? Bray?
Yes.
Well, and that's kind of where we were going. It kind of goes back to the whole cult leader versus fiend. I think there could be some elements. I don't think it needs to go full bore.
Right.
Because then you start saying, well, why can't he use those powers in his match? You know, there's that whole suspension of disbelief. If he's got supernatural powers, why didn't he just use them to win a match?
Right.
Well, we do it for the Undertaker.
Actually, we haven't done with the Undertaker in quite a while. Undertaker retired, but that's beside the point. Plus the fact Undertaker's 6'11".
You can't just like retcon all this stuff just to fit what we're talking about.
Yes, I can.
But
Sure,
honestly,
again. It's my show.
I'm gonna say it, and this is gonna make people hate me, but I preferred the Biker Taker because I didn't have to suspend realism. He was a real person, and you could literally see a biker nicknamed the Undertaker beating up people.
Yeah.
You could have seen it in Waco when they were shooting things up.
American Badass. Why not?
Yeah, it just fit, and I thought that was better than the
but,
supernatural thing.
But it's not nowhere as cool as when the lights turn off and then you hear the boom.
And there's
you see druids and all this other cool stuff. And then if it wasn't for that, we
also knew that was when I could go to the bathroom because it was going to be 5 minutes before he got to the ring.
It's going to take a while to get there, but I think WWE knows that they need a supernatural gimmick to fill that Undertaker void, and this is as close as they can get to it.
And I'm fine if they do that. Just he shouldn't be in the title picture.
Let's not. Yeah, let's keep it.
I hope the writers need to
minimal.
earn their keep and give him something to do.
Yeah,
and keep stretching it out, make it long term to where he doesn't have to deal with title.
I guess we'll start to see what happens when he shows up at SmackDown Friday night. Coming up next, we are going to recap WWE Extreme Rules and so much more from WWE. All that coming up at the top of the hour. You're listening to Sports Guys Talking Wrestling on the Horn. Yes. On the dot.
Nice. Hey, you want to do the your normal intro at the top of the hour?
What normal intro?
The normal Sports Guys top beginning of the show intro.
No, we just did it.
I know. But now you're going into the top of the hour where you normally are.
So we just run, we keep running.
I'm just asking.
Yeah, we just keep running. Nice fur hat on. What's Quincy? Quincy, what's the name? I forget.
Ellis.
I think
right.
so. Somebody. Oh, and there's Hank.
Oh, the
Hank.
guy?
Yes.
Seth Rogen lookalike?
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely.
Dude, I thought Quincy had like a helmet on or something.
Here comes Sticks.
What is going on?
Here comes Sticks.
Oh, did they give him a name?
Oh, yeah.
Channing Stacks Lorenzo.
Oh, I didn't realize they had a first
You
name.
don't mess with the family.
Oh, because the other guy's hurt, right?
Yeah, Tony D'Angelo. Yeah.
He's like legit hurt his knee.
Yeah.
And I saw when I first saw it, like show the
right
slow-mo,
there.
I was like, yeah, that probably did mess him up.
Yeah.
Good. So that.
And I feel bad. I think Wes Desmond, he's probably gonna lose this one.
But it actually fit in with his the way that they're going with him right now.
I mean, there's a chance that he gets called up though soon. So.
Who?
Yeah, Wes. Just to fill in the mid card.
Well, I think right now there's like the rumor is there's like half the roster is rumored to be called up. So, and I know that's not true, but
he's really done more with less though.
You gotta wonder though. There are people that haven't been used lately.
Well, I mean,
and there have been so many NXT people,
and he's
coming
done
up.
well, with the singles thing when Zach got booted.
I mean, I know we're going to talk about it, but I mean, who really saw the whole Legado del Fantasma thing happen with Zelina? Like, who saw that happening?
Legado was
Zelina
expecting
part,
it. Zelina was the
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't expect to
and
see
we'll talk
Zelina.
about it.
I'm upset
We'll
with
talk
my girl
about it.
Elektra Lopez, man.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Well,
That's why I was.
Hold
I was
on.
bummed.
Let's save it for the show. Dang gum.
Man, just hit the button.
Okay, hold on. First, I got to mute Twitch and YouTube so we don't get a copyright strike. Be back in a second. Back here on Sports Guys Talking Wrestling, Stu Myrick, Justin Smash Simmons, and Eddie Cross from Fight Night.
By the way,
Huh?
Go Stros.
Gustros. That's right. They got the win?
Yeah.
They got the win.
Walk-off homer by Jordan Alvarez.
Beautiful. All right, so we had Extreme Rules from Philly. Of course, we expect the birthplace of Extreme.
Extreme.
Is that Extreme with just an X or Extreme with an E?
We did have one title change. Ronda Rousey did beat Liv Morgan.
Dang.
She is now the SmackDown Women's Champion. So they did this thing where Liv Morgan was going out, but she had a smile on her face.
Yeah.
And then as Ronda is heading up the ramp, she had a smile on her face. And you know what? Actually, here and kind of going back to what we were just talking about, I could see Liv Morgan becoming part of Bray Wyatt's.
Ooh, you know what?
Goofy whatever.
That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Were they going for like a kind of a double turn thing? Because
I don't know.
It didn't work.
Yeah, and I don't get. I mean,
it's hard to cheer for Ronda.
Ronda, yeah. Well, that's the thing.
She doesn't want you to cheer for her.
Well, it sounded like they were trying to make her heel, but I don't think anything changed at all.
Yeah, it was weird.
Now, once you finally pair her with not Sonya,
the one with the aces on her gear.
Oh, Shayna Baszler.
Shayna. Yeah.
Yeah.
My S's were stuck in my head.
It's okay. I couldn't.
Yeah. Once you pair her with Shayna, and Shayna can actually deliver a promo and get some real heat.
Yeah.
Then you can get real heel Ronda.
Yeah. You're
right.
But
that would
be
good.
She needs Shayna.
They need to be a tag team for real.
They'd
be awesome as a tag team.
They'd be way more fun that way too.
Yeah. Agreed.
Matt Riddle won the fight pit. Beat Seth Rollins.
Yes.
Now
Daniel Cormier, fine as a guest ref.
Yeah.
He did his job.
You knew as soon as you saw him walk out, though, that the match between him and Brock Lesnar was no possibility.
Oh, Cormier?
What are you talking about? Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah. No, but I have no idea why you went there. That just
because we talked about it last week, where it was like, oh, is this going to
Okay.
be the time? Because
all right. Anyway,
because it's
we'll get to Brock later.
Did you see them face off in the UFC cage?
We'll get to Brock later. Let's get through the rest of the recap. Karrion Kross, Drew McIntyre, Scarlett sprays the pepper spray in Drew's eyes to help Karrion get the win. I guess it's okay. That's fine. Whatever.
Needed a better finish than that elbow to the back of the head because you can't really see what happened.
Finn Balor and Edge, the I Quit match.
Was Wesley getting attacked?
Big heat when Rhea Ripley does the concerto on Beth Phoenix.
Yeah,
it was lovely. The match took a
Great
little too
heat.
long, but
by the way, right now at this moment, biggest heel in wrestling, Dominic Mysterio.
Oh yeah,
that man is getting nuclear heat. I mean, in a good way.
Yeah,
it's good, but at least temporarily, he might be a bigger heel than MJF.
Ooh.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, because MJF still gets lots of cheers.
Yeah,
and I like watching MJF, but when Dominic comes on, it's a different feeling.
Yeah. You want to see him just get his get the snot beat out of him.
You want to see his dad put him over his knee.
Yes, and just beat the snot out of him.
You want him to face Omos, all right?
Yes, that's basically it. Yes.
Did anybody feel that Michael Cole kind of overdid it on his commentary at the end?
Oh, no, not really.
No, for me.
I mean, because it was
I know what he was going for.
It was sympathy for Beth. Plus, and Dominic finally attacked his father.
Mm-hmm.
That was. No, I don't think he went. I don't think he went overboard.
Can I say that I missed the 2-man concerto? It had so much more impact.
Yeah,
visually.
Yeah,
I think it's just hard to pull off safely.
It is.
Yeah,
it is.
Did you enjoy the match itself?
The I Quit.
match.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Because it gave me a lot of old school NWA vibes, and I know that the acting
Yeah.
wasn't always the best, but for me it actually
Yeah.
worked. I was like thoroughly entertained.
Now, I will say the best match of the night was the opener, the Donnybrook. That was fantastic.
yeah, and
Those
now
guys are killing it.
That was fantastic. I
Yeah.
mean, tip of the hat to all 6 guys. They were just,
you knew they were going to give us something good, but I
And
didn't
they
think it was
did.
going to be that good.
it was really, really good. All in all, it was a good show. I mean, did what it was supposed to do. So, elsewhere, so SmackDown, you saw the maximum
skip
male.
the ladies?
Huh?
You're just going to skip the ladies?
yeah.
No, we talked about the ladies.
Bianca
Ronda
Belair
won.
and
Oh,
Bayley?
Bianca.
No,
Oh, yeah, Bianca.
was
yeah,
the
Bianca,
one that was
ladder
amazing in that
match.
show.
Yeah, Bianca got the win. I think I picked Bailey. So
How dare you?
I'm kind of glad. I'm kind of glad I'm wrong.
I thought I picked Bailey for sure.
Did you?
I feel, but
I
did,
can't
but
remember.
did she just bury
You're
all
both
damage
idiots.
control by winning like that?
No, because they buried her on Monday.
I guess. But
Yeah,
I mean, like
remember, it's WWE. They even with Triple H, they will still do a little bit of 50-50. So
Yeah. Question is who is going to back up Bianca?
yeah, with Asuka out and Alexa Bliss out.
So I wouldn't be surprised to see some more.
I mean, you still got
call-ups.
you got Candice LeRae out there.
Who just got taken out? Right?
Yeah, but she got
Can I say
pummeled.
that her and Johnny's pushes are a little too quick?
No, because that they've been clamoring for them since.
I mean, there are people that have been on the main roster that aren't in as important matches.
I
as
know,
they
but
are.
Yeah, like
look,
almost.
Yeah,
Ricochet,
Yeah, Ricochet.
Ricochet, yeah, but
Sheldon, and Cedric are on 205. Or
Whatever
main
they're
event.
on their main event.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what happened to Cedric?
I mean, there are people that are still floundering in the mid and lower card.
By
that-
the way,
Give it a
the
shot.
talk around the campfire, the internal roster for WWE actually has Shelton Benjamin with R-Truth as a tag team.
It's hard to remember that they're still on the roster.
Yeah, I know.
And that's the thing. Like, but
I'm
Johnny
there with you.
Gargano.
So we're done with the
This comes back from
24/7
Kid.
belt then, right?
Who
I
knows?
don't know. I guess.
Whatever happened to that dude, Reggie? Is that his
Oh,
name?
Reggie. I don't know.
I don't know.
Where's Dana?
Yeah,
Oh,
where's
that's
Dana?
right, Dana
Where's-
Brooke.
She was the
Who
champ.
was? Yeah, I think she's
Akira Tozawa?
Oh, Tosawa, that's right. Man, there's a bunch of guys. just-
Tamina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden,
Whoa.
the Garganos are just like way up here.
Yeah.
I'm like,
well,
this-
I think it's like the CM Punk thing, flavor of the week.
So
I'm like, just start low and let some other people
Yeah.
do stuff too. You never know what you got.
yeah, all in all, it was like I said, it was a good
Favorites.
show. So,
They still put on a good show.
yeah,
Yeah.
Friday night on SmackDown. Maximum Male Models,
Mm.
Maxine, and here come you. Don't call him Max. You call him L.A. Knight.
Let me talk to you.
Yeah. I am so pumped
I'm glad that's
that L.A. Knight is back.
Yeah, a lot of people are very happy.
Oh, that makes me so happy. Hey, Roddy Strong.
First time I saw Eli Drake, and I didn't know what to make of him or if I liked him or not. But as I saw him, and then as he moved over to NXT as LA Knight, he really grew on me.
Yeah.
We.
He was good as Eli Drake.
Yeah, I mean, same thing, same
Oh, he's
gimmick,
fantastic.
just new name. But yeah, and I like the fact that he kept it 3 syllables.
Yeah, that was smart.
Yeah, keep that
I mean,
cadence
here-
going.
Eli Drake.
Yeah, we still got the rejoin.
That is just a fact of life.
Let me talk to you. It's me, it's Eli Drake, and you're listening to the Sports Guys talking wrestling. That is a fact of life. Yeah.
You need to cut out the yeah part.
No.
Have that on a button.
Yeah, I know. I gotta
Oh,
get
yeah, we
that.
need to get
yeah.
down the button.
Yeah, as a separate part. Second
Yeah,
part.
I need to do yeah. So anyway, and I think LA Knight's supposed to wrestle on Friday night. I think I saw something about that. So
Yeah, that makes sense. Well,
We'll
that's
see.
where was already, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
so-
they need to bring back what's his name? The guy who had the gimmick that Austin Theory has now beforehand, Prince Pretty.
Oh,
Oh, Tyler Breeze.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That was something I was going to ask, and I
That'll
was
be
going to ask this at the end of last segment. We've seen so many returns now that Triple H is kind of in control.
Mhm.
You got Dakota Kai, you got Bray Wyatt, you got Braun Strowman's back. Who's the next one?
We need like a tally board on the wall, just
Now,
like those blinds you have there.
Before you go with, I think the two obvious ones, Tony Khan said he is not granting releases.
Right.
So Andrade, El Idolo, and Malachi Black are still with AEW.
Cannot go join your wives.
Yeah. So
you need to, on your blinds right there. We need to put names of Elite Superstars, and every time someone comes back, you flip it.
Just flip it. Yeah.
Or just mark it out. Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see who might be next.
We do need a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
do.
Get on that, Stu. You got time.
I mean,
Stop it.
Adam Cole's the one that just stands out. 'Cause
But he's still in
not
contract with
going
AEW.
all you have to do is start a fight backstage. I'm sure you can get fired. It can't be that hard.
He wasn't one of the originals, so yeah.
It's possible.
How long till Cody comes back? What do we have? Another 3-4 months?
I would say at least this is October. So
July?
1, 2. So maybe mid-January.
Everybody's hoping.
Okay.
I'm thinking Royal Rumble.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
thinking the Royal Rumble in San Antonio. So,
Entrance number 30, 29.
so
I mean,
Oh, in San Antonio too? Yeah. That's
yeah.
we also saw on SmackDown, Legado del Fantasma. You know, they got what was it? It's been what, a couple months since they left NXT.
Has it been that long?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
They haven't been.
So they
featured in a
returned to
long time.
SmackDown,
It is
except
time.
not with Elektra Lopez, but Zelina Vega.
While it fits, I wasn't ready for that though.
No.
It's an interesting twist.
I still hope they can bring her back. Because Electra's my girl, man.
Yeah.
But she didn't
But
she
she's
didn't
showing
wrestle that
late.
much in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I gotta wonder if she was still
Zelina's-
kind of behind. the
Yeah, you
schedule.
wonder if maybe, but yeah, it was. Nevertheless, it was good to see Santos Escobar and the crew
Yeah, it was.
doing their thing.
Wrecking shop. I was starting to wonder if they're going to keep the mask for a while.
Yeah, I was too.
You know, Triple H is a luchador fan.
Monday night on Raw, you had AJ Styles. Who do you wrestle? Not that it mattered because he got the win, and then excuse me, it was Judgment Day was in the ring. They call out AJ.
And that was after they beat
AJ Styles talking about
up Brotherhood.
brotherhood and family.
Brothers don't shake hands. Brothers
Takes
gotta
the
hug.
knee. Does this whole General Zod kneel down to
gonna say Game
Finn,
of
and then
Thrones,
gives
bend the
him
knee.
the hug. Which, when you look at the whole thing, that looked kind of like okay, odd, but okay. And Finn saying, "Oh, I'm so glad you were able to," and AJ goes, "Oh, I didn't mean you." And then the music hits. Here comes the Good Brothers.
That caught me off guard.
Gallows and Anderson. Fantastic return. Now, here's an interesting point. Machine Gun Carl Anderson is still the never openweight champion in New Japan.
Oh, cool.
And he is going to defend that title against Hikuleo. When did I see it? It's coming up in in a few weeks, I think. So, I mean, I
cool thing
assume
is-
he'll drop it then.
Yeah, and Triple H is cool enough to where that won't
They're
stop
going to
it.
let it happen.
Yeah.
He'll go to Japan, drop the title to Hikuleo, who, by the way, reunited with Tama Tonga. So
That's the really tall one, right?
yes,
Okay.
yeah, he was in Bullet Club. He is.
Oh, they kicked him out?
Quit. He quit.
Oh.
He is now sided back with the family.
Wait a second. What happened to For Life?
And he's out. Well, blood's thicker than water.
Oh, yes.
So, and with Tongaloa out with, I think it's the MCL.
Ooh.
He's going to be out for several months. So Tama Tonga needs a tag partner. Plus, I think Tama's going after the IWGP World Title, going after Jay White here in a few weeks. So, nevertheless, it was good to see the Good Brothers joining up with Uncle Allen. So, that's leading towards Survivor Series. We're going to see the faction.
WWE has actual tag divisions now with real.
I know, with
real
tag
teams
teams.
that can actually
What?
have
When did
skins
that
on the wall.
happen?
Not just like a couple names slapped together.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, can we call them the Good Brothers? Or are they just going to be Anderson and
I
Gallows?
think they're going to be Anderson and Gallows, but
Or
we
the-
always know them as
the
Good
club
Brothers.
or the OC, whatever.
Yeah.
The original club.
But yeah, they've got actual tag teams
I know.
with names.
It's crazy.
Now, did anybody else find the commentary take a little time to get used to, just because of his accent?
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. So we've had the season premieres So in the comment, they've changed up the commentary team. So SmackDown had Michael Cole and Wade Barrett. Raw had Corey Graves with Kevin Patrick.
Which I'm happy
Jimmy Smith's
for.
no longer with WWE.
I'm not happy about that.
Yeah, I like Jimmy. He was
Jimmy
good.
was great. Corey, I
And
could
then
do without.
NXT, it's Vic Joseph and Booker T.
And I haven't heard that yet, that combo yet. So I reserve judgment.
It's interesting. I mean, Booker can do commentary. We've heard
Yeah.
it before, So, but yeah, it was a little weird to hear Kevin Patrick and Corey Graves together. They also said for premium live events, it will be Michael Cole and Corey Graves. Rather than trying to switch back and forth, they're just going to do that one team
from
and
each.
go. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but yeah, kind of interesting.
And now Pat McAfee's still coming back, right?
They did mention he will return once he's finished with College Game Day on ESPN, which he's doing a hell of a job on, from what I've seen.
Yeah, he is.
He's doing a great
So
job.
do you plug him back in on SmackDown as a 2-man booth? Does
I think they want to stick.
does Wade go back to NXT?
I think they want to stick with 2-man booths.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, okay, so yeah, what happens? Are you gonna plug him back into SmackDown, and do you, like you said, do you send Wade back to NXT?
Yeah.
I mean, because Booker's still running Reality Wrestling, and they're doing shows really very regular.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah,
By the
it
way,
seems
Book,
like-
if you're listening, I'm still waiting on that kids camp. As my niece, she's in her last year of eligibility. She's turning 16 next summer. Come on.
we'll check it out. So, you mentioned Brock Lesnar. So, Bobby Lashley comes out. He's going to defend the U.S. title against Seth Rollins. Here comes Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, what the hell, man?
And then
What the actual hell?
proceeds to beat the snot out of Bobby Lashley. 2 F5s, put the Kimura on him. And by that time, so Seth comes out, says, hey, you're going to fight me, hurt or not. And he starts running him down as, you're a true soldier and all this good stuff. And Bobby says, I'm going after it. Goes after it. Sure enough, Seth pins him. Seth's the U.S. title
Which,
champ.
yeah, we saw that coming a mile away.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Um,
it wouldn't have been
you
fair.
You
Seth
got
came
to
in
so
hurt.
you got to believe it's going to be Brock and Bobby in Saudi Arabia. That's
Right.
where they're setting up for, because that's the next thing. It's what,
2 weeks?
It's
With
the
Daniel
it's
Cormier as the special referee.
beginning of November, maybe. It's
Yeah,
going to
you know
be
that the Saudi prince wants huge names.
yeah.
That's pretty much all it is.
And the Saudi shows are glorified house shows.
Yes.
That's what they are. So why not? Brock will go over, get a big payday, and then go back to his farm.
Do we see the Undertaker again?
No,
Hope not.
no, I don't think we do.
I mean,
Let him
money.
rest in peace.
No.
all that
He's
money,
retired.
though.
He's retired. So, but
That's
yeah.
what they said about Goldberg.
Anyway,
Goldberg never said that. He wants
and
him
then
back.
Monday night. Oh, Monday night. 25 years of.
You ready?
25 years.
Hey, think you can tell us what to do? You think you could
D-Generation X, or Road Dogg called him D-Geriatric X.
It's so fitting, and that's how I felt just looking at them. And I'm like, wait a second. I remember when they formed.
Yeah, I do too.
So that means I was 20, watching them in college. I'm like, I feel so old now.
Yeah.
I was in high school when
Nuts.
they formed, so
Shut
everybody,
up.
everybody had the
Nuts.
shirts.
Oh,
Everybody
yeah.
was doing this, crotch chopping each other.
Yeah.
Of
You
course,
know.
the besides the late China, who they gave a shout out to, the only other member missing, Billy Gunn.
Daddy ass.
And, Corey Graves. I think he's doing something with office equipment these days.
I had to rewind that to hear what he said.
scissor me, daddy ass.
Oh my gosh. No.
Come on.
Here.
No. You guys could do it. I just can't, man. I'm sorry. Good for
But
them
anyway,
that they're
good-
the champs, though.
And it was just right. It was just enough to bring back the memories. Didn't
Yeah.
overstay its welcome. So
And the crowd did the Billy Gunn part.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
good.
they
Oh,
did
everybody
go.
had a good
That was
time.
cool.
That's
Now, by
one
the
of those
time
few
they actually
moments.
showed up, I had forgotten about him.
Yeah. So
And I was watching it
Oh.
on delay, so
Oh,
I could fast
DX?
forward through the
Yeah.
commercials. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I was
completely
surprised that
forgot
closed
were
the
there for
show.
that day.
In a way, I'm not. I am and I'm
now
not.
that I remember it, but
But I guess those are the people that would have been staying up late to watch
Right.
it anyways, right?
I completely forgot about it.
WWE, by the way, has announced the WWE Campus Rush recruitment tour. They are going to visit top NCAA Division I universities in search of the next generation of WWE superstars. This is their NIL drive. This tour will start. Well, it starts October 12th. So if you're listening to us on the horn, started today at Ole Miss. Right now, they've got slated Ole Miss, Georgia Tech, Clemson, Boise State, Arkansas, Ohio State, Kansas, and Penn State. In 2023, they will visit Florida, Michigan, Michigan State, North Carolina, Texas A&M, OU sucks, Auburn, Illinois, and Northwestern. And there'll be more. They're going to have superstars such as Big E, Bianca Belair, Omos, Madcap Moss, and Raquel Rodriguez, all of whom have transitioned from college athletes to a career in WWE. They will address the students. So WWE, trying to do this whole, NIL thing.
Yeah, you notice they didn't list the University of Texas because they know that all of our athletes are just going to be pros.
Well, that might be coming in 2023. They may be
the track stars, they're going to be pro in track, basketball.
So
they may be able to get some ladies from the rowing team.
So WWE,
they're badasses too. 2-time national champions.
True.
There you go. Absolutely.
Tennis, maybe.
But yeah, so WWE coming to a college campus near you.
That is pretty cool, though.
We'll see who they're able to sign to NIL deals.
But yeah, the Georgia Tech one caught me by surprise.
Yeah, it was interesting.
I'm like, they're not. I mean, they have teams,
right?
But they're not known as a great recruit.
Well, they're it's ACC.
It is. That's like going to Vanderbilt.
Right. I get it. So.
It's SEC, but it's not.
We're going to take a quick time out. When we come back, got a little bit of AEW news, a little bit of New Japan news, and a little bit more. So that's coming up next on Sports Guys Talking Wrestling on the Horn.
Now I want to look up this NJPW TV title.
Yes. Oh, it's interesting. I'll give it that.
So, did anybody else find themselves crotch shopping last night when they said suck it?
No, I'm an adult.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, I did. I
couldn't let it go for just like
I threw
5
up the
seconds.
X at least,
So. Oh, I definitely threw a few crotch chops. I mean, like it took me back to high school, man. I was just like, oh wow, that's right. Yeah, I am old.
Came out in the Jeep.
This looks like a ring.
It does, doesn't it? It's the weirdest thing. It's square.
Interesting.
Yeah. And a brown strap.
Well, I like the brown strap.
Brown leather.
I don't like the brown strap.
It's interesting.
I like the plate. I just don't like the shape.
Yeah.
Is that silver or is it gold?
I think it's silver.
It looks like both on this screen.
It's silver. Yeah, no, but I think it's silver. With the NJPW World logo on it.
It looks like the TV Guide logo.
Well, it's their between their partner TV Asahi and of course NJPW World. So, but yeah, we'll get to it here in this next segment.
I'm really waiting to judge the new WWE belts.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
No, you gotta say it right.
Yeah.
There's 2 WWE belts.
Allegedly they're in the works or they're about to be debuted or something like that.
I'm like, please.
We'll see.
Tag belts.
We shall see.
Yeah, the tag belts can use an update, but the world titles, I imagine, are going to stay the same.
I kind of hope so.
Yeah, they're not.
Well, they may not. So.
Well, I mean, they just have too much built into the brand where they start handing it off to, championship teams as an extra gift. I mean, I just don't see them changing.
They could still do that. I mean, it's still work the logo, but it's lame.
I didn't say it was
it's just lame. It's marketing.
I mean, so different than saying I'm going to Disney World.
It's just lame.
Like the new NJPW belt. Like with the flying wings and stuff. I'm like,
the world title. Yeah,
I hate that belt.
I do too, man.
I'm like, go back. That is a classic. Why would you change that?
I couldn't.
And then you made the Intercontinental belt look, similar.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's still a sexy belt, though.
Yeah. But then this flying V guitar thing, I'm like, That's as
Feels
bad
a
as-
little too toyish.
That's as bad as a wrestler named Seth. And it's smaller.
Yeah, it is. So. All right, let's do the
Oh, we
second
had to-
segment.
Never mind. I'm going to say something mean.
I was going to say something real mean.
It's
We'll be right back. YouTube and Twitch.
It's like one championship.
Back here on Sports Guys Talking Wrestling. Stu Myrick, Justin Smash Simmons, and Eddie Cross from Fight Night. Yeah. AEW is heading back to the ATX.
What?
AEW will be at the HEB Center at Cedar Park on Wednesday, December 7th. Tickets go on sale this Friday at 10 a.m. Central. So, now from what I've heard, this is not Winter is Coming. That one will likely be up in Garland at the Colwell Center. But still, you'll be, be about a month removed from Full Gear. Actually, less than a month, but about 3 weeks removed from Full Gear. So we'll see what it looks like, but it should be a lot of fun. We'll have to make it out there for that.
Yeah, you might have to put me on that list.
I think I can get you on that list.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see who's going to be wrestling at that event by that point in time.
Yeah,
honestly.
Boy, that's true. That's very true.
But I'm hoping that it's going to be MJF featured prominently.
Hopefully.
Yeah, if it is going to be him and Moxley for the world title at Full Gear, who knows? So, speaking of Moxley, John Moxley, the company announced he has signed a 5-year extension with AEW.
I am not surprised.
We ain't gonna see Dean Ambrose anytime soon.
No. Triple H, no, he ain't
the
going back.
the signing happened shortly after All Out, but this ensures, as the press release says, that one of professional wrestling's top stars will remain in All Elite Wrestling through 2027, while expanding his responsibilities to include mentoring and coaching talent. Moving forward, Moxley will work exclusively for AEW and its international partners, including New Japan Pro Wrestling, where he is a 2-time IWGP United States Heavyweight Champion.
And we saw
someone he is not going to be working with is GCW.
Exactly where I was getting at.
So because they've actually, so Tony has apparently been asking his talent not to work for GCW because, I mean, they get a bit extreme.
A little bit crazy.
So he dropped the GCW title to Nick Gage this past weekend. And then it was like there was an attack from W. Morrissey and somebody else from the firm. I think Stoker Hathaway was there from the firm and all this stuff. So
MJF boys, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
like
but anyway, yeah. I mean, look, Moxley he's got to be considered the MVP of AEW for 2022.
Oh, this was easily a huge signing for them.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he has been the best of the best. Like, when they needed to make something happen, he was always the one willing to step up.
Yeah, I mean,
Did he put off his vacation?
Yeah. I mean, he was going to go on a fishing vacation, and they asked him to come back that Dynamite after All Out, and he went ahead and came back, you know.
It's like, all right, billionaire boss, but you're paying off my credit card.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah. You know, so plus apparently there is talk that Renee Paquette might join AEW.
Oh.
That's the talk around the campfire.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But yeah, apparently there was an offer from WWE for her to return, and she declined it. So like I said, there is talk that there will be that she might join AEW in some role, whether commentary, backstage, whatever. So that could be interesting.
Hey, quick question. I heard, didn't they say Mia Yim was on a short-term contract with Impact?
Actually, her deal is over.
It's
up.
up.
Her deal. Her, Matt Taven, Mike Bennett, Marie Kanellis Bennett, they have finished their commitment with Impact.
Ooh.
So they're all free agents.
They need to keep Taven.
I saw a rumor that
for real.
Taven's got interest from WWE,
I
could be interesting.
Yeah.
I know Tony Khan's going to want to try to get the Kingdom. You got multiple time Ring of Honor tag champs plus Matt Taven, Grand Slam champion in Ring of Honor. I could see them coming back. Possibly.
Yeah.
Again, it's going to depend on what's going to happen with the Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's
I
true.
could see something.
And as we've seen Swerve kind of go heel, we haven't heard from Keith Lee.
No, and I got a feeling there's going to be a split there.
Yeah, which would make a
Because
lot of
I don't
sense
think anybody.
with his wife coming
Keith Lee does not feel like a heel.
in. No.
I mean, I've watched
Not
him.
Bear
I've
Cat, Cuddly Bear.
called matches, called his matches. He has never felt like a heel.
No.
He's one of those guys. He's going to get.
You can't bask in the glory of a heel.
Yeah. So, New Japan has announced they have a brand new World Television Championship.
I want to slap the crap out of whoever is designing the New Japan belts. Oh my God!
So for those of you listening on the horn, the belt is basically a square plate, a rectangle plate,
like a
silver,
like a laptop size.
silver on a brown leather strap, and it's got the NJPW World logo on it. And
By the way, isn't TV? It's online.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but they also have TV Asahi.
like if it was their digital media belt, that would make sense.
Plus, you got Access TV here in the United States. So,
It's so
But who's okaying these
stupid.
things? It's
I
one thing
don't
to
know.
design it. It's another thing to okay it.
Yeah, it's like when you see a bad
It's-
commercial and you're like, someone had to agree to that.
but the world belt.
The world
still-
belt's
I'm still
horrible.
trying to get used to that
It
one.
looks like the old one had so much class. To
Yeah.
it.
So
This new one looks like a kid's toy, like worse than the 24/7 belt. I'd
no, let's not go that far.
I'd rather wear the 24/7 belt than that.
No,
little
I think I picked TV belt over the 24/7.
at least 24/7.
I mean, I got the replica or the toy replica over there, so
It's not the worst looking
But
thing
see,
I've
at
ever
least,
seen.
at least the fonts and everything made sense. It looks like
Yeah.
a
At
24/7
At least the strap
diner,
is
you know?
green. That's cool. Definitely different.
Maybe.
Taking this off here.
So anyway, they are going to have a 16-man tournament that will start on October 14th.
So wait, they retired the IC belt, didn't they?
Yes, it will. That's the World Heavyweight Belt is the merger of the IWGP Heavyweight and Intercontinental belts. Yeah.
I
Anyway.
want to slap the ever loving out of whoever.
Okay.
is-
Anyway, 16-man tournament. Participants include Great Okan, Toriano, Ishii, Narita, Kenta, Hiroki Goto, Taichi, Sanada, Evil, Aaron Henare, Jeff Cobb, Yoshihashi, Zack Sabre Jr., Alex Zane, Kanemaru, and David Finlay. The tournament kicks off October 14th at Korakuen Hall. The finals at Wrestle Kingdom 17.
If
in the
Jeff
Tokyo
Cobb
Dome.
didn't win, I riot
I think
by
he
myself.
should. I think he should. Yes.
Didn't AEW sign like some sort of working agreement with Noah here recently, though?
No.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, Impact's been working with Noah, or they had in past. Anyway, so the finals for this tournament will happen at Wrestle Kingdom 17. We also have two matches. We now have two other matches slated for January 4th at the Tokyo Dome. Kazuchika Okada, who won the G1 Classic this year, he will face Jay White for the IWGP World Heavyweight title. And I got a feeling, it's going to be just like Madison Square Garden. They'll give Okada the belt.
Well, no doubt. I mean,
I think they will.
Unfortunately, it's an ugly belt.
Yeah.
Now that's a Wednesday.
Yeah. but it's always January 4th.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
And it's one night, not two. They've been doing 2-night events
Yeah,
last couple
too
years.
much, man.
It's back to just one night. So Okada versus White for the world title, and then a fatal 4-way. Taiji Ishimori will defend the junior heavyweight title against Hiromu Takahashi, Master Wato, and El Desperado. Interesting that they've made a multi-man match for the title. Usually they don't do like triple threats and fatal 4-ways for the title, for a title. So this one's an interesting one.
Well, hey, if they're gonna make something else uglier, they may as well make something else prettier and more exciting.
This is true.
Balance the scales.
But anyway, and I'm sure we will hear more matches as it's mid-October, so we will.
Tons of time. Yeah.
So you got what, November, December, so basically 2.5 months to go. We'll hear more matches and all that good stuff, and they're going to go back to doing the one night Wrestle Kingdom, and then January 5th will be the kind of like the start of their new booking year or whatever. So
Their season premiere.
kind of back. Well, and that's the way they used to do it. And then the last 3 years they were doing I guess it was 20 and 21. They did 2-night events. Now they're back to 1-night events. So.
Yeah. People need to stop stretching things out. ACL doesn't need to be 2 weekends. WrestleMania doesn't need to be 2 nights.
But there's so much money to be left on the table.
That's the problem.
Well, but it was so hard to get through 2 nights, and all these they had to manufacture things about okay, but this guy wants a title shot. Okay, well he'll get the winner of whatever. It just weird. So I'm glad they're going back to just one night at the Tokyo Dome. That's a dream. That's a dream trip. One of these days.
I was going to say, are you going to watch it live?
Or else it's
I
on the Super
have
Arena.
in the past.
Well, yeah,
I
but
might.
It's
I have.
possible, but geez, it's like what?
Yeah, it's at
3.
No, it's 2 a.m.
Yeah.
2 a.m. here in Austin. So I might.
Definitely
We'll see.
gotta take that day off.
Yeah, that's possible. So anyway, we'll see what happens going forward with New Japan coming up. We're going to take a time out. When we come back, we'll let you know what's happening in independent wrestling around the area. You're listening to Sports Guys Talking Wrestling, and you're listening to The Horn, where Austin talks wrestling. 12:18. All right.
Dude, the bald Chucky kills me.
That's weird.
Yeah. Well, at the end of last season, Chucky put his soul into a truckload of dolls.
Oh,
So he's
okay.
like split his soul
it's Chuck. Oh,
into
jeez.
like 200.
So we've added NXT. Ugh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, whatever.
Can't believe I'm
Tilly.
watching Chucky.
Yeah, have you seen the Quantum Leap reboot?
I saw the first episode.
I have not.
I saw the first episode, but I haven't watched the next couple yet.
Yeah, everybody's kind of been like lukewarm on it at
Yeah.
best, so I haven't really even tried. But I heard it's like a continuation, not necessarily like a full reboot.
Yeah, it is definitely a sequel.
Yeah,
Like they're still working on the Quantum Leap project.
Yeah.
And the guy, what's his name?
Al's dead, but his daughter's there.
Yeah. But the
Yeah.
guy who was the original Leaper,
Yeah,
he's
not-
lost in time somewhere.
yeah. Samuel Beckett's still
They're
lost
trying to still figure out if he's alive or just still leaping around.
because Bakula didn't sign on to be a part of this project.
Like, what else is he doing?
It's a good question.
Yeah.
That's a really good question.
Like, Scott Bakula, who do you think you are?
Probably just doesn't want to have to work anymore.
Jamie Lee Curtis can still do Halloween movies. Scott Bakula can sign on to make appearances in Quantum Leap. Okay?
I guess
He is
doesn't-
no Jamie Lee Curtis.
I guess he doesn't need the money. I mean, I figured that it would be easy. for
Apparently
him.
not.
Easy.
Oh, what you were talking about. Tony Khan talked to Pro Wrestling Noah about Great Muta and Sting teaming together next year. Because Sting is going to head to Noah for Muta's last match.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So they have agreed.
Yeah, but it's not like an agreement, a working agreement between the two companies. It's just for that. So.
You know, I look at this picture behind you, and I want Moose to find the GFW belt somewhere in a closet at Impact and start wearing it around.
Kind of like he started with the TNA belt.
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
Just defend it.
Oh, wait, Moose. Do I have Moose behind me?
No, you have Jeff Jarrett and the Global.
He's saying
Oh,
that
that's
he
right.
liked
Yeah.
Moose to get the belt, though.
Yeah, when they showed up at the Del Diamond. That was before we started as a podcast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I got to interview Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Nice.
So yeah, first time I met Lance Hoyt.
Ah.
So
Good picture right there.
yeah, that was fun. That was a good night. And I'd keep running to Jarrett all these places, and hey, I know you. Hey, I know you. And I finally got him for an interview a couple times.
Yeah.
Nice guy as always. So, all right. Let's. 20.
You know, where's Corbin been? He would be
He's
good
gonna be
for
part of the
Yeah.
thing.
He'd
Yeah.
be good in the Wyatt Six.
Yeah, he ain't been around a while, has he?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Here we
Corbin
go.
could literally resurrect him.
One more time.
He's been having too much luck.
Back here on Sports Guys Talking Wrestling, Stu Myrick, Justin Smash Simmons, 80 Cross from Fight Night.
Play it.
Jeff Cobb. Oh, you want me to do this? That?
That's right.
Okay. Jeff Cobb. I miss seeing Jeff Cobb around. He was always great to hang out with, and when
Just
he
like
come
watch him throw people
wrestle for
around.
Wrestle Circus. Oh my God, such a great human tosser. He's fantastic.
I was like, for a
The
second,
night
that's went British on us for a
the
second.
match it
Tassa.
was him, Lance Hoyt, and MJF. Oh my God!
Wow.
Oh, that was fantastic. Because it was Lance and Jeff just taking turns throwing Max around. It was so funny. Oh, I miss Wrestle Circus. Miss them dearly. So I got a few independent cards to tell you about. We will start right here in Austin. Heart of Texas Wrestling presents ACW Appetite for Destruction. You know they're running the old Anarchy Championship Wrestling brand. It's Friday night at Come and Take It Live on Riverside Drive in Austin. Bell time 7:30 p.m. Dmitry Alexandrov, Gary J, Jay Sirius, Jason Silver, and more. That's Heart of Texas Wrestling Friday night right here in Austin. Christian Wrestling Federation presents live pro wrestling Saturday at the Lordatorium at Encounter Church in Fate up in Dallas-Fort Worth area. Bell time 7 p.m. Central. APOC, Luigi Primo, Bam Bam Malone, Big Fitz, and more. That's Christian Wrestling Federation this Saturday in Fate. And then Metroplex Wrestling presents Wayward Sons Saturday at the MPX Arena in Bedford. Bell time 8 p.m. Central. Brick Savage, Matthew Palmer, Exodus Prime, Casey Clay, and more. That's Metroplex Wrestling this Saturday night in Bedford. Wherever you may be, go out and support independent wrestling.
Yeah, I finally saw some last week with you, Stu.
You did. You were at the Inspire show with me.
Yeah, and let me tell you, a lot of those guys are ready for big things.
Dude, I've said it so many times. Brick Savage has been on our shows quite a few times, and my God, he is so good.
Yeah.
He really is. I mean, but all of them are.
say-
T. Ray Watford, the current Pure Prestige champion.
Yeah.
I like T-Ray
Fly
a lot.
Def, who I think they hold every tag belt in Texas.
Yeah, just give it to him.
You know, they're just fantastic. So
Yeah, Prince Adam, he's the biggest Mexican you've ever seen.
yes, Prince Adam,
Really?
love
Yes.
Prince Adam. Yeah.
I was just thinking about this Lordatorium thing. I'm like, did Ned Flanders name this thing?
Man, we can't make fun of it. It's a church. Let's be nice.
I mean, I am being nice. I said Ned
nice.
Flanders.
That's what it said it on the poster.
I'm not making fun of it. It's
I
a
know, but
unique
it said it
name.
on the poster, the Lordatorium. That's what it said. So. That's I got to go with that. So.
Oh man.
Vice TV got quite a bit of pro wrestling programming.
I did see the
have
last
you,
one.
You saw
Yes.
okay, Eddie, have you seen Tales from the Territories?
I have not yet.
Oh my God, so good.
You know, I got to put
So
that on my
good.
app. I have a show tracker app to keep track because
You
once
need to see
COVID
'em.
hit, I started watching way too much TV.
Last week was
Gotta keep
Memphis. Talking about the Memphis territory. This week, Andy Kaufman versus the King of Memphis. Fantastic
I
show.
don't even need to watch that.
They talk about Jerry Lawler tells the story on this show where so it was after the match and Lawler hits the pile driver on him. I think hit 2 of them, and he gets stretchered out. He actually worked the doctors and the hospital in Memphis for like 3 days. Doctors were trying to figure out what was wrong with Andy, and Andy's wearing the neck brace, and he was working the doctors. I mean, you talk about commitment to a gimmick. You know, it's kind of like so Dustin Rhodes, talked about when the Horseman broke Dusty's arm in the truck. Dustin talks about Dusty would wear the cast at home.
Oh, wow, that is committed.
I mean,
I
so
thought you were going to say, like, to the grocery store. And I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, I get it.
no, at home.
At home, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway,
Is it
but
gonna be
yeah,
the same round table?
it is.
Both
Let's see.
Jarrett's, Lawler,
Jarrett
Dutch.
is there, but it's
Because you got
Greg
these in
Gagne.
advance, right?
the same. It's the same round table as the Memphis one. Yes.
Okay.
Next week, by the way, Tuesday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central on Vice TV. Next week, AWA Body Slams in the Heartland.
Ooh, that should be good.
And I've seen the preview already. Actually, I got to see a screener of it. Fantastic. Greg Gagne is part of that roundtable. Medusa Michelli.
Nice.
Who was I thinking? Oh, Ken Patera.
For real?
Yeah, Ken Patera is part of it.
So we talk about the Boulder story. I'm assuming.
Great stuff. Yeah, some great stuff. So check it out. Vice TV also has a document. We'd heard for a while about this documentary they had on Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, the word around the campfire. I can't like totally confirm this, but it's being reported that the 9 Lives of Vince McMahon
That's a great
will air next Tuesday.
No way. No way. That would be awesome.
At 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m.
Oh,
Central
wow.
on Vice. Now, here's the funny thing. NXT Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central on USA. Also, because of the baseball playoffs, AEW Dynamite next week is on a Tuesday
What?
on TBS.
Move it to
So
Wednesday
you got all sorts of now. Like I said, they may move it because of that. We'll see. I don't know,
Is
but
it gonna be
apparently
a-
this is the documentary that they had been working on for quite a while. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of direction they go. How much they were able to dig up. With the payments, the NDAs, all that good stuff. So
Do you know if it's going to be a docu-series or just like a one
I think
like
it's just
movie
a documentary.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but it
They need to
should be.
stretch that out.
Yeah.
Hey, there's
So-
9 lives. Give me 9 episodes, man.
Yeah. So anyway, 9 Lives of Vince McMahon. Right now, it's being reported next Tuesday on Vice. So, football this weekend. They're going to start early on Friday. LBJ and Navarro. I had to look it up. That used to be Lanier. They will be at Nelson Field. You can hear that game with Dee Hansen and Steve Foster. Pre-game at 4:45 p.m. Central. So during Ball Don't Lie. Kickoff at 5 p.m. That'll be on 105.3 The Bat.
Where's this one going to be?
That's at Nelson Field.
Are they trying to use Nelson Field for a late game too?
They
trying
may
to double
be.
dip?
It might be. Yeah, that may be it. Lake Travis travels just up the road to House Park, historic House Park, to take on Anderson. Coming off the big win against Del Valle, Bo Edmondson finally got in. He finally saw some action. Hank Carter put him
Can we believe?
into the second quarter. I asked Hank after the game. I asked Coach Carter if Bo Edmondson would start against Anderson. He said he didn't know at the time. We'll see.
He's not
Be
a
that as
believer.
we'll see. Anyway, Lake Travis Anderson. Pregame 7:15 p.m. Central. Kickoff 7:30 p.m. Central. Mark Honig, Becky Godbolt back from Pennsylvania. They will be in the booth. I will be on the sidelines, and you can hear that on 104.9 FM. Also, Vandergrift and Round Rock. That's going to be, I think that's going to be the I get 25 6A's version of Westlake Lake Travis.
Oh, okay.
Because I think the winner of that should have the inside track to district round.
Hey,
And oh, by the way, could be, assuming Lake Travis can win out, that might be the opponent. The winner of that game could be the opponent for Lake Travis in the first round of the playoffs.
Oh, that's cool. Listen, Vandergrift football players, if you happen to see employees from Yellow Rose in the stands, don't go run and tell your coach.
Anyway, Vandergrift Round Rock. Pregame, 6:45 p.m. Central. Kickoff at 7 p.m. Central with Merle Bartran and the crew. You can hear that on 101.9 FM and AM 1260. Then we go to Saturday. Texas Longhorns. By the way, breaking news. Texas scored again. They will host Iowa State at DKR. Pregame, 7 a.m. Central.
The revenge tour continues.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Kickoff, 11 a.m. Central. You can hear that all across the Austin Radio Network, on the Horn, Coke FM. Get the Spanish broadcast with my dear friend, Dr. Ruben Pizarro, on 105.3 The Bat. And then Sunday, Cowboys, 4-1. They travel to Philly, take on those stinking Eagles. That'll be a Sunday night football game. Pregame, 6:30 p.m. Central. Kickoff at 7:20 p.m. Central. And you hear that on the Horn.
You know what you left off?
What?
Thursday night, Chicago Bears face the Washington Commanders.
Yeah, but we don't.
They're breaking out the orange helmets, Stu.
Yeah, but we
orange
don't.
helmets.
We don't air that on the Horn.
You shut
so
your
we
face.
Don't care.
You shut your face.
Anyway, Eddie, thank you for joining us. How can everybody find you on social media?
You can find me on Twitter at Eddie Experience, 1 E in the middle. You can find the show on all platforms at Fight Night ATX.
And that'll do it for Sports Guys Talking Wrestling this week. You can follow Justin Smash Simmons on Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch at The Smash Simmons. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Stu Myrick. That's STEWMYRICK. You can follow the show on Twitter and Twitch at SGTWATX. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Sports Guys Talking Wrestling. We live stream on YouTube and Twitch most Tuesday nights, usually around 7:30 p.m. Central. You can also catch us Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. Central on the flagship radio station for the Texas Longhorns and your radio home in Austin for the Dallas Cowboys. We are the Horn, 104.9, 101.9 FM, and AM 1260. Or you can catch us anytime on demand by either going to hornfm.com and click on the on-air tab, or by subscribing to us on your favorite podcast platform. Make sure you rate review us while you're there. For Eddie, for Justin, I'm Stu. Thank you so much for giving us part of your time tonight. We will see you at the matches.
Goodbye and good night. Bang!
And there we go. Woohoo. And that's it. Fun show, guys.
That's pretty much everything. I think you covered everything.
We did.
Except for Bound for Glory.
Did not get Bound for Glory, yeah.
But I couldn't even tell you what happened.
Did anything even happen?
Josh Alexander did retain.
Yeah,
That's
nothing really
good.
happened. Oh, Bully Ray won the
Call You Shot
Call You Shot
Gauntlet.
Gauntlet, yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
We had a bit of an ECW
Yeah.
reunion.
Really?
yeah.
Wow.
Raven
had a-
won his Hall of Fame.
Yep. We had a bit of an ECW reunion in there with
That just got clearer.
Bully Ray, Tommy Dreamer, and Rhino.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Um,
Kingdom dropped the tag titles because
See, they're not.
they're no
Contract.
longer
Okay.
employed by them.
James did not retire.
Okay, so she's not retired
Mickey
yet.
James
That's
won.
good.
Jordan Grace won, right?
Oh yeah. She did.
Yeah.
That was actually a good match. That was
Yeah.
Does anybody remember Miss? Is it Topbacher?
Miss Tessmacher?
Yeah,
Tessmacher, yes.
Tessmacher.
Miss
Gosh.
Tessmacher.
Yeah.
I don't know. I saw a clip of that, and I was just like, I do not remember this time period of Impact. What was that?
A lot of people don't.
Okay, so I'm not the only one. Just
That was
making
probably
sure.
in the midst of one of their, on the deathbed periods.
I still
so.
miss the Six Sides of Steel.
One of the three.
3.
How many?
Try
4,
like a
5?
dozen.
They've been on the ropes more than the Horn.
No kidding. No kidding. So, all right, YouTube, Twitch, we are going to sign off. Thanks so much for doing this. We will be back next week. Until then, have a great week. Have a great weekend. Hook 'em horn.